Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Extra coffee.
Yes. Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangout. My name is Noé Ruiz. I'm a designer at Adafruit, and joining me every week is my brother Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody in the chat room. We are hanging out in the Discord chat room. If you'd like to join us during the live show with questions, banter, preguntas, you can let us know in the chat room. We're in the live broadcast chat room. We're hanging out there now. We want to welcome everybody to the show. Thank you for joining us.
We are hanging out on YouTube, Facebook, as well as Twitch and Periscope. So hello to everybody hanging out. Giving quick shout outs to everyone hanging out in the chats. We got Mr. Certainly Bruce.
Hello, good morning.
Gary Z, Skur. Got
hello, Skur.
Duwester.
Hello.
Yanni, Susan.
Hello.
Alvaro.
Hey, folks.
Serene, Frank.
Wow, look at this cool board from Skur. This is a little trinket or a stemma board. Very, very cool. Yeah, go ahead and share your stuff too. We're all good here. All right, we are gonna do the housekeeping as we do in the beginning of the show, pay some bills, and let you folks know what kind of deals are going on. So let's head on over to adafruit.com/free. The more money you spend with your orders, the more stuff you're gonna get for free. So I'll just run through them real quick. For orders that are $99 or more, you'll get a free PermaProto half-size breadboard. This is a really nice through-hole plated board. For orders that are $149 or more, you get the half-size PermaProto plus a Stemma QT board. If you have an account with Adafruit, you get a, well, make sure you don't get the same one twice. So you kind of get a random one if you don't have an account. For orders that are $200 or more, you get the Stemma QT board, the half-size PermaProto board, and free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. For orders that are $299 or more, you get the ground shipping from UPS continental US only, the Stemma QT board, the ready-to-move selected, and the PermaProto half-size breadboard, and I think I messed that one up. But go to the website, adafruit.com/free, and you can get all the different tiers. I think I butchered that one. Sorry, I'm not that great at paying bills. All right, jobs.adafruit.com. You can check out the different job listings that were posted up throughout the week. There are some two new ones that I'm seeing here. Since last week, we got an embedded systems engineer in the Santa Maria, California area. Space Information Laboratories. That is a cool name. There's another posting here for the Newark DE area, a design build wearable necklace pendant that buzzes. That's a cool description there. Yeah, so check that out. Check those out. It's free to create a profile, whether you're an employer or a maker looking to offer some of your maker skills. Free to do so. Cool. All right. CircuitPython meetings happen every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And it happened this week on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's a great time to listen in to the core devs of CircuitPython and the community, what's going on. You get, it gets posted as an archive after the meeting. It's recorded live in the Discord chat room as well. So if folks want to join in on that, you can go to the CircuitPython chat room in Discord. Newsletters, whoa, I need to update this one. Our image is gone. The newsletter is once a week. It's called the new newsletter. Go to adafruit.com/newsletter for that one. There we are. For the dailies, adafruitdaily.com is where you can subscribe to different categories that get sent on the daily. You have to opt into those. They're not automatic or anything like that. So if you don't,
So if you want
if you want them, you have to go and subscribe to them. Sign up. So adafruitdaily.com. It's a standalone website, and yeah. Cool. I think that is almost everything. Later today, at around,
I think it's 3.
I got a blog post.
Is it noon Eastern Pacific?
3 p.m. today Eastern. There is a hack chat that will be live streaming on this channel with Lamar, Lady Ada, and Scott Shawcroft. I think there might be other folks, but it's a hack chat that is going to be hosted on the Hackaday site.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Pedro.
It'll be rebroadcasted on Discord as well. So if you want to join the chat in there with Lamar and Scott, they'll be in there as well.
Yeah, and there's a blog post on the Adafruit site, so you can check it out. You can set a reminder or read in some more details, and you can be a part of the hack chat as well if you have an account with, I believe, Hackaday.
And there may or may not be some free giveaways, so definitely tune in for that. You don't want to miss out. May or may not. I wonder what the awesome giveaway is.
Yeah.
Should be cool.
I'm not going to say anything. I don't know.
I mean, they are talking about keyboards, so.
Cool. Well, that is the...
I think that's all this housekeeping.
The housekeeping.
Go ahead and jump into a couple more shout-outs.
Oh, yeah, we got more shout-outs?
We got Vince.
Hey, Vince.
We got Mad Bodger. We got Rosin, Charles Beneford, Gary, Carlos, Lels Silva, all hanging out.
Cool. Thanks for joining us.
And thanks for all of the current projects you guys are all working on. Get on that Discord, discord.gg/Adafruit, to join in the chat. Sky Gallant just joined as well.
Hello.
All right, let's go ahead and, speaking of keyboards, jump into this week's project.
All right.
Very useful for accessibility.
Yay. Yeah, be on the lookout for this one. We'll try to get it published later today, but we'll give you a sneak peek of what's going on here.
Yeah, it's in the review as we speak. It is a very handy Braille Keycaps for a couple of your most common used like keyboard shortcuts, namely volume up, volume down, page up, page down, tab, home, copy, paste, escape, play, and the quit button.
Yeah, so we got ourselves this little sheet, a little Braille overlay, so we wanted to make sure that we referenced the correct sort of forms, and there's a lot of different keys. A lot of the function keys are very different. We didn't think that they would be just an F and an 8, for example, so we wanted to make sure that they are kind of the right way to do them. So we got this as a reference point. We made sure that it follows it pretty good. The spacing,
and the bumps on it was all correct. And it was a little difficult to track down some of the more obscure ones like tab and home, since a lot of the images on websites that you see, they're all looks kind of sketchy. Like, you know how medical apps look like they're Web 1.0 looking. There's no CSS on them. They're just tables. So we had to make sure we had a resource for editable keycaps. I see one of the questions in the Discord is Charles asking if we have an entire Braille alphabet for that. We only have the hotkeys for this. Yeah. Only a couple, copy is C, P for paste. So we'll show you how to edit the actual file so you can create your own if you want to make the entire alphabet. Yeah, we'll do that in a sec. One of the reasons, what's cooler about having it 3D printed is that you can choose different colors, of course. It might not be something people want, but it's something that you can do. So you have the option to 3D print it or use these overlays. But it's really cool that you made it so that the cavities here, the little dots that aren't properly, kind of allow the light to shine through. So the NeoPixels kind of make it a little bit more layered and fun. And on top of that, Lamar thought it'd be a good idea to have audible tones. So this is, I think, the first project that kind of uses the speaker. There's a built-in buzzer, speaker buzzer, right here in the back of the MacroPad, and that's just loud enough to get some basic tones going. So it's kind of like a touch tone dial. Right now I'm just doing page up and page down, and then volume keys. So you have very similar to Phil B's hotkeys demo code. It's kind of similar. It doesn't have different, what would you call them, sets of keys, but one is good enough, and you could adapt it so that it has more. But yeah, having the ability to have the tones is pretty neat. And Alvaro posted a link to his GitHub for the CircuitPython Braille alphabet, if you want to check that out. Post the link on all of the other chats as well. Yeah, let's check that out real quick, actually. Yeah, so we have this attached to your stand here, but of course this could be used with, it could be used bare. Okay. And yeah. Yeah, tell me about the stab and
Oh boy.
Whoops. Press the play button.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, so the stem, of course, this is the 3D printed version. I'm going to grab that out. We made these a couple of years ago, and they still hold up with the Kailh switches that we offer in the shop. And the printer is, resolution on it. We're just doing the 200 microns on it, and the resolution is, just good enough to actually print these out. Before, when we were testing these out, we were using the resin printers, and a little bit of difficulty in terms of getting the supports to stay on there. But with an FDM printer, it's a little bit easier. It's literally just like I think it's like a 1 millimeter tall stem support that you put on there, and it easily comes right off. And then the resolution for the little bumps on here is pretty good. You can feel the difference between all of the spacings. And yeah, if you want to get even fancier with like transparent resin, it will work for that as well, since that was what it was originally designed for. So yeah, nice little simple way to make any customized keycaps. And these are the DSA, so they're symmetrical on all 4 sides. And the tallness is, just the exact same as the DSA kit that we have in the store as well. Oh.
Yeah, when I was designing my own keys, I found it. Oh, great! I hit the
Whoops.
quick key. Great thing. Wirecast warns you before. Yeah, the spacing is going to work out for kind of the closest you can get these keys to be. It's about 19 millimeters apart from each other, so it's good to see that bunched up together as close as they can. They're good, because I have made some that aren't good. So good job on making them actually nice, tight fitting, and able to not kind of rub against each other. That's nice. So good work there. That's all I had to say about that.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into, I guess, Fusion and show how this is all laid out so you can build your own customized keycap.
Sure. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna jump in here real quick.
So I'll post a link to the Fusion 360 file.
All right. If you want to jump in, I will hand you over keys.
Yeah, so inside of the sketches, you can see the Braille sketch for this, and oh no, your navigation.
Yeah. Welcome to.
I'm using like the Maya navigation.
Sorry.
So all you do is basically just click on whichever circle you want and extrude those out.
Yeah, so you want to have a reference like the website or this overlay here. You can have this as a way to reference what letter or what kind of combination of keys you want to do.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to do anything else with, like, I don't know, elevating the stem or changing the height of this to like have varying heights for your keycaps, you're more than welcome to do that. And that's pretty much it. Super easy to edit all these. And if you don't want these, you can of course go into the timeline and delete that, or just not have it in your extrude.
Yeah, I like having them. The little cavities, holes, they let you know what's the full arrangement. Mm-hmm. Because right now you kind of can get confused on, well, what's the right orientation of these things? That's the incorrect orientation. That's the correct orientation. Yep. So it's 3 rows down and 5 columns across. Mm-hmm. Because you can do some different combinations. Which one was it? Was it the home screen?
Yeah, the home, the print, like all of the escape, the F1 functions, and then some of the numbers have more than one column and row.
Yeah, our shot doesn't show this right now. It's just the screen.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, pretty much it.
Okay, cool.
Yes, a little simple way to have an editable one, since every time I look around, none of them are set up in this way, where you have the sketches and you can easily update the entire keycap along with like the way that it lofts and just the arrangement of how you'd want to customize it.
Okay. So then, do you want to set it up in Cura and slice it up?
Yeah, so if we jump into Cura, this is just showing how easy it is to add one of the support materials that you'll need for the stem.
Cue the weed whackers. Apologize for the artwork outside, but there it is. All right, I'll go ahead and add it for you. Where's the, what's the folder name?
Products, do it by date.
My iMac is new, so it's not gonna have good dates. This is by date, so.
Okay. Probably Braille, I think.
Nope.
Nope, keyboard caps.
do it by name.
One down.
Okay.
Export. And then just put in copy, I guess.
Okay.
Nice little simple one.
All right.
So all these are already oriented. So all you have to do is go in there and place a little piece of supports, which you do not have. You don't have the plugin to do custom
Yeah,
supports.
let's show folks how to install it. Where do you go?
So you go to the marketplace, I believe, right here, and it's custom supports. And
is it working or not working?
I don't think it's working.
We didn't plan this, did we?
Nope.
I clicked on this little button here, and I think my iMac is like, it might crash.
Okay, so it's basically just putting, yep, it's done. You're just putting one little piece of support material right underneath the stem and using the support settings.
Is it one of these? Sorry.
Search here for supports.
Okay.
It should be the custom supports. Which good thing we're showing this in case people don't have this, because I assumed it was
I have to sign
standard. You shouldn't have to. I don't remember signing in for this.
Wow, Cura.
Refuse.
I refuse. Nah, I have to sign in.
Okay, well,
Wow.
sorry about that.
Yeah, well, we're letting people know, hey, this is what happens.
I
gotta
think
make an
it
account.
lets you install it if you do it through the through Cura, not on the website.
Oh, hey, let's try it here. It was just loading, folks. Sorry. It was trying to pull the stuff from the internet, and well, we're streaming right now, aren't we?
So custom supports.
Did I scroll past it? There's no search, right? It should really be built in, guys. What's going on? There's no way to search, huh? No. Custom supports is right there. I'm gonna hit install.
And you're probably gonna have to restart.
The whole machine?
No, just the Cura.
Cool.
Yep, quit.
Okay, here we go. This is live, folks, for sure. This is the latest version of Cura, by the way, 4.10. All right, here we are. Let's go ahead and add it again. It should remember the folder where we were. Yes, okie dokie. Got that there.
And then you'll activate your supports.
Cool,
right
so
there.
this icon down here, that's new, custom supports.
Or the S key.
All right.
And then
I'm gonna
rotate right underneath. And
Okay.
then just place it right on the stem.
Like click anywhere? Here?
Yep, right in the corners. And then move it.
Snap.
Oh, I actually, I hate this default.
Can I hit Control
The
Z?
base, have it the same as the size.
So 7.5.
Yeah.
And then how do you delete it? Hit the
Just
delete
the
key?
delete key.
Okay, delete key. And then
Click on your object.
click on your object.
And then you're good. Now click on like any of the corners there, and then you
Right.
just move it to the center.
And you move it by dragging it?
Yep, you'll click on your move tool.
Okay, I'm getting the hang of this, folks. Yeah, look at that.
And there you go.
So you can fine tune where you want this thing to go. So you just need that little piece of support.
And the reason I didn't include this is just in case you want to have, or your printer is definitely going to be different, so you'll want to have different Z offsets for your supports.
Right, so under here I need to generate supports, right? Or
No, leave that off.
Leave that off.
Otherwise, yeah.
What about settings, density for my support?
You have to, in the cogwheel there, it'll
So
let
this
you
one?
adjust that.
Okay, what would you turn on here?
Just go ahead and turn it on, and then just so you have access to all of the options, and then turn it off. It's just so you can show all of the options
I see,
for it,
okay.
which you're gonna have to turn on. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot that this is a completely fresh install.
It
so
is,
everything
and
is,
folks are going to have a fresh,
Yeah.
complete install, more likely. So I'm glad you're setting mine up.
So support, I think it's like the offset.
Support offset.
Yeah, horizontal. No, it is.
Density is one, definitely. I want to play with that.
It's like the Z height.
Z support distance.
There it is.
Turn that on.
Yep,
Anything else?
I think that's it for now.
Okay. Don't let these settings, be daunting, folks. Like, the one you want to look at is the Z distance and probably support density. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Close and it'll show up here, right? Yeah.
Yep, so just set that. On mine, it's 0.21.
The
Z
distance? Okay, and what is that doing?
It's just how the gap between the actual printed part and the supports.
Ah, distance from the top and the bottom. Okay, cool. You can just roll over the tab.
And then you can disable generate supports.
Right,
but because you have your own custom ones on there, it'll still add the supports to that.
All
so
right,
if
a
you
little
slice
confusing,
it,
but okay, let's slice it up.
Just so you don't have any additional Cura trying to add any other.
Yes. So here's the preview tab. You get a good look at your, your render thing, and there is our support. Does that look good?
Yeah.
To you?
That should snap right off.
Sweet. Nice.
And that's pretty much all the supports you need for that. The top should fill in if you have a good active cooling fan.
Yeah, the top will fill itself up because the perimeters, it catches itself on it. So that's good.
And it's always hard to judge sizes when you're zoomed up into an object, but it is pretty small. So your fan shroud is probably bigger than this entire geometry.
Yeah, the tool head's like just, you won't be able to see because it's such a small thing. Yeah, but this is FDM printing. I think folks are aware, but yeah, cool. Nice, I got my custom supports now. So that's cool.
I wish I had something loaded up for like how to do it with the resin supports, because that one was kind of tricky as well.
The trees, yeah. Tree support, cool.
And then I did find a way to actually print it. Remember where we would just have the top stuck to the bed and we didn't need any support material at all?
That was cool.
But we don't have any of that loaded up. But
right.
I guess just anecdotally to let people know that you can do that with a resin printer, where it's just printing like it's being held on just by the little bumps. So there is a way to do that.
That'd be cool. All right, well, there's a quick look at kind of slicing it up and installing the plugin.
Yeah, Susan says, thanks. Was wondering how to do the custom supports.
I've never done it. I'm glad you did it, man. Cool. All right, well, let's kind of jump back over to the website. And I think you have a little bit of here and the Learn Guide. Here we go. So, yep, the homepage just kind of has some links to the products. Please sign up to get notified when the MacroPad is in stock.
They're making more.
Yeah,
so
I was about to slip and say something, but no. Yeah, so the code is by Kattni Rambor, so Kattni's CircuitPythonista, and she wrote up the code so that folks can use the download project bundle and get all the libraries, the code, and any assets. This one, I think there are no like extra images or anything like that, so that's cool. And then you can change up the sounds and everything inside the shortcuts.py file. Here's just a sample of it. So you have like 4 different things you can change. The tone, the note is more of like a frequency. That's how it's generated. So you kind of have to pick a number or look for a chart online if you want like a specific note or something. You can play with that. And then the key and the label is followed by here in the parentheses. And then the key sequence, so you can string together different key codes or consumer keys. So it's set up pretty nice. Yeah, and I'll go ahead and open up Mu Editor, and then look at it. There it is. I'll switch my shot so I can see the whole screen. Here we are. So here is the code. It's very nicely commented. That's excellent for folks that are new to programming like myself. And what I'll do is I'll pull out the shortcuts.py file. Here it is. And again, it's nicely commented. So sound, it can be an integer for tone in hertz. Here's an example of it. You could also do a WAV file. WAV file. It's coming. Coming soon, WAV files. The label, that's what is going to appear on the OLED display, and then the key code type. This is really cool how it's set up. When it comes to key codes, you have 2 different types. You have a key code, which is sort of like your standard keyboard character, and then you have special keys, consumer control keys. These are media specific: play, pause, volume, next track, previous track. I think those are all of them. Maybe brightness is also a consumer control, brightness. So if you wanted to do that, all you have to do is either switch between these 2 little labels. CC, meaning the consumer control code, or the KC, which is the key code. Yeah, so you can see here, the way you would do volume is you would say MacroPad, consumer control, and then volume increment, or volume decrement, play pause, that's the same key. And then for a regular key code, it's just like C, Q, V. Or if you want like a command or an alt or a tab and escape, it would be keycode.escape and tab. There is a list of all of these in the read the docs. I don't have that loaded now, but you can pull it out of the library, the Learn Guide rather. The Keypad library, I believe, has that all there, so you can check those out. But yeah, it's nicely laid out, so it's super easy to customize it. And then the color is a little bit different. The color is just kind of randomly being generated. I can see here that it's kind of using the color wheel. Yeah, so if you want to do specific colors, you'll have to tweak it slightly. But there you go. That's how quick and easy it is to change up some of the key commands and just to decipher them a little bit, right? So there you go. And I'll switch back over to the Learn Guide.
Hey, looks like Susan and Dwester are adding the Cura specific settings for those supports. Yay.
Cool, man. Hey, you helped me out. You helped everybody else too.
Yeah, I didn't realize you didn't have it on there. And this
who are you talking to?
should...
Like, when do I use supports?
You kind of do.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
you can glue things together.
I know, yeah, that's true. Which is what you have here. So you have the option to, if you have existing keys, you could just print the top cover and then glue that onto an existing key or a custom key or what have you. So that's really cool.
Yeah, so this is another demo that I wanted to show how to do, but I'm pretty sure you don't have Prusa Slicer to show people how to slice an object really easy and then rotate it.
Right.
So we'll save that for like next week or something.
Yeah, I can show you how to do it in Fusion.
Yeah.
Split body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do an offset construction plane.
Yep. But this is like with any existing
any STL you can break
like
it apart.
the Loki horns that I had to do. I saw some people posting, "Oh, I can't get the support material to work."
You can do it all in the
printed
slicer, yeah.
completely with no supports and it's just glued together.
That's cool.
So
We'll look at that.
We'll look at that next week.
Yeah. Cool. All right, but here are some of the other things that you want to do. Looks like I missed a couple things.
The exact thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you want to turn the interface off.
Yeah, just to speed up the segment. You can see all of the additional options you'd like to turn on, just to make the supports like so easy to like just flick off.
Okay.
And again, this is going to require trial and error with your specific printer, but with the cruelties, they should be pretty close to these settings. So you have those. I've been putting this in every single one of the guides that do use the supports, just for my reference.
That's good. Yeah.
Feature me to look back and go, what was that setting that I was using?
Yeah, zigzag. Support roof on.
Yep, so if you want to download the design, you can hover over there, the buttons, you can see the links to those. It's the Fusion 360 file, which of course will give you any sort of format that you want to import into your favorite CAD project.
You can get a step file if you're using Blender or any of the other cool apps out there. Yeah. Up over here, step, that's right there. A bunch of other ones. OBJ if you're doing like a Cinema 4D. Yeah, and you just have to orient yourself like that, and there you go. Cool beans.
And then the STLs, if you just want to print these out, I'll link you to the Thingiverse.
Right, which just went up, so very cool.
Assembly for this, super easy. Just make sure that they're oriented correctly. They're upside down.
Yes.
And then they just snap right on.
Cool, man. I'm gonna be printing more caps now that we have some nice. Hey, thanks for joining us, Roof. Some nice settings. I can make all sorts of fun different keycaps.
That's pretty much it.
All right.
The blank keycap, of course, as we've shown before, you can add any graphics on there and import like a SVG or something and do a nice little extrusion to have a custom logo or something on there. So
yeah, that'd be real cool. Some more kitty paws or something.
And satisfying to completely customize your keyboard.
Cool. All right. That is this week's project.
Yes.
And then
we'll
for
continue
next week,
with a couple of more keyboard stuff. I think we'll do some custom casting with resin, the UV
fun.
resin.
Right.
And just quickly wanted to show your UV little nail UV Cura that you designed a couple years ago. Still works. Yay.
So this is a little 3D printed case, and it has on the inside the half-size Perma Proto, which you can get for free if you spend $99 or more with Adafruit. You get it for free. So this has a bunch of UV LEDs, and the idea here is to make sort of a little mini UV nail curer. This was back in the day. We made this one with Becky Stern, and now we get to use it for curing UV curable resin casted keycaps.
Yep, so
this is actually the thing that Lamar used for her experiments, and we were quite pleased to see that that thing still works, and it's nice. Bunch of LEDs, bunch of resistors and wires. Good job, Pedro. That's not easy to wire. So that's something in the works. We're just getting our tool sets ready so we can do curing resin.
Yeah, we're going to try for the Galaxy look for these. So got to find some pigments to do the little swirl for the Galaxy.
Tie-dye, yeah. It's kind of like tie-dye shirts, but for keycaps.
Whoa!
So fun.
Keep going on with that. And, of course, we're doing that because of all of the keycap molds that went into the store. So if you guys want to pick up some of those, should be one of the latest things under the new category.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Hurry up and pick these up. We have, it looks like the keys for every single type of different key size. So control.
We got chocks. We got chalk low profile keys.
Space bar,
coming
keycaps,
soon. Oh my
escape,
goodness.
tab. It's all the different sizes along with the, what is the other one? The 1U sized keyboard molds.
Sorry, I was just
gawking
over the chalk.
I just noticed that too. I was like, whoa.
That's great. Yeah, I've read about these.
And if you haven't guessed already by now, this is one of the pages that we bookmark and continuously refresh, so we can see everything new coming out.
Yeah. Even Lamar sometimes doesn't know when things come out. So back over to the rotary prototyping.
Real quick, just comments on this segment and the next segment. Doctor is saying that are they the only person that has different versions of Cura for basically every printer and never changes it?
Oh, that's awesome. I remember those days. We had a custom version for the Type A machines, a custom version for the Siemens C, a custom version for the Taz, Lulzbot. Every printer had its own version of Cura.
Yeah.
it was a year where
that's one of the
flavors
things
of Cura
I like
was
about
a thing.
Upgrading or getting a new computer, because I leave all of that baggage behind. I never do the time machine thing anymore. I just start completely fresh, just in case something was messing up with it.
Yeah.
Yep, monoprice select.
Yep,
all those.
Yeah, Cura 15 point something. Exactly.
I know that was used like so long for all the different versions.
Yeah.
And then for an upcoming segment, Matista was asking what they suggest for designing PCBs, which is
there's quite a few.
I'll just wait till the segment about that. All right, what's the next thing coming up? What are we prototyping?
Yeah, we're prototyping another keyboard.
More keyboards.
Yeah, this is a collab project with Liz. She had a really cool idea to use the 1x4 QT I2C breakout board with the QTPy RP2040. So this is a emoji keyboard. So the idea is that this will execute a couple of key commands, and you can customize it to be a very specific emoji. So each one of these will do the pop-up menu for the emoji thing. It'll type in really fast the emoji. It'll push the arrow down button, and it'll hit enter all in one key. So you're not having to kind of pull out your
different
thing.
Operations.
Yeah, literally 5 different operations for one button press, which is really cool. That really shows how powerful CircuitPython can be. A little 3D printed case. I got 4 screws and standoffs that will secure it. Now, what's kind of interesting is the way that these come off. Like the top cover is also the key plate. So as I take this off, it's actually going to pop out of the Kailh sockets. So I just have to be very careful with it, but it is a snap fit thing. Nothing got bent. Look at that. That's so cool. So here's the QTPy RP2040. What's so cool about this, no soldering required. This is literally plug and play. This tiny little stemma QT cable just plugs into one of the 2 ports that you have here and into the port right there. So you can make, without any soldering, you just plug and play these things. You got your NeoPixels right here, so as you press one key, you can light them up and do fun stuff. It's all, there's no, I was going to say there's no screws. Yes, they are. There's 8 of them with some standoffs, but really, really simple design. This frame comes off too, I think, yeah, like that. So it's just a little frame, and then there's your standoffs there. And the QTPy just gets press fitted into this little holder, and you can see here that we have it set up so that it elevates the QTPy so that none of the components are going to break off of it. So I'm a little close there. I think I was going to update it, but I think I like the tightness of it, so it works out fine. Yeah.
So the way this is going to mount underneath or above a desk or a computer.
Oh yeah,
we could. Mario was inspired by these under the desk sort of little quick.
Yeah, there's some things we can do there. I might do a different version like that. Oh, I put this one wrong. This goes in this way.
Maybe like slides in or something.
No, it just clicks in. There you go.
I just noticed that there's a headphone jack on the bottom of this iMac.
There is, yeah. I was scared earlier in the show because I heard noises. It turns out it's the iMac's fan.
Oh.
I never heard it before till today. You just want to be careful putting this back in. Make sure all the keys get inserted in correctly without kind of... Yeah, we're all good there. All right, so let's go ahead and actually try it out. Hopefully it works. It's a live show. All right, so how am I going to show this? I'm going to show this with the full screen. I think we could do this. This shows the whole screen, right? Somewhat. Hope this works. Now I'm running Big Sur, so it might not work exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, like that one didn't work, right? There we go. Drums. Synthesizer.
Wow, so it's popping up the
lightning bolt.
The
Budgie.
What is it called? Modal window?
Yeah, it's the modal window. So on a Big Sur, you have to enable it. It's Control, Command, Space Bar.
And then it actually types out the emoji name.
And there's delays that need to happen. Wow. So you need to wait like half of a second and then type your thing. Let's say it's cat. You need a delay in between those characters. Wow. So then you need to hit down, which is the key, right? Down. And then
select.
Enter.
Oh, wow.
And then,
so if the arrangement of the emojis changes...
Yeah, you'll need to update it. So that's the way you do it, man. That's just the way it's done. On Windows, it's pretty similar. I think there's just less delays on Windows 10. But Liz tested it really well on the Windows computer. And in Catalina, she was testing on Catalina, and it was a little bit, like the delays were a little bit less. But on Big Sur, I don't know, I just had to change it, so it's got a little bit more delayed. So
wow. Very,
very cool. Yeah, very, very easy to get this up and running, too. With the whole Stemma QT going on, so yeah. Unfortunately, this board it uses one of the chips that we can't get.
It'll be
so
back
I think Lamar is going to revise this one. So yeah, it's just a little highlight note there. Rather,
saying the exact same thing to somebody on YouTube, Super Chat. Lokita French was asking about 2-volt 2-amp LiPo board. I could have swore I saw Lamar showing one off, but I'm gonna guess it's, again, chip shortage, so probably being reworked as well, so should come soon.
Yep.
One of these days, we will have more powerful power boost.
For sure, yes.
And thanks for the $6.99 for the Super Chat.
Yay, thank you. That's really, really awesome, supporting the show like that. That's great. And shout out to our man VP. Hasn't watched in a while. Cool. Thank you for tuning in. It's good to have you back. Excellent. When will the MacroPad be available again?
Sign up
soon. And you'll get known. You'll be the first one to know if you sign up. Cool. So that is one last thing. Yeah, one last thing. We got our hands on this one. Is this in stock right now, I think? This is the 5x6 NeoKey Ortho Snap Apart sheet. We just made a little 3D printed, what's called a bracket. Is it a bracket?
It's like a plate.
A plate, yeah, a plate. And interestingly enough, it's really cool that the center of the keys have mounting holes. These are actually mounting holes. So I was able to use mounting holes. You can snap this apart. Your mounting holes won't go away because as long as you have a 4x4 arrangement in the middle of that, you can do a little mounting hole there, so you can add these standoffs like this. These are actually our aluminum super fancy feet. I figured I'd try to use those out. They work freaking awesome. I really like them. I also have a little key plate here. I don't have enough keys. That's why not all of them are populated, but I'm working on it. And the idea here is that you can snap this sheet, this bit, and create whatever arrangement, and all of the traceage should work out. So that's something I'm working on. I just wanted to make a quick little plate so that it wasn't, scraping on the desk. And I got these feet, which are new in the store, and they're different colors and stuff. But I thought I'd try them out.
Ton of different colors.
Yeah, they're fairly chonky. They're pretty big. They're not going to be like for something like this. Like I can't quite, maybe 2 of them there, but it might. I don't know. It might be weird, right? So if you got a bigger thing and you want some really nice feet, these aluminum feet are just awesome. And then I have a 3D printed bit here. But yeah, let me show you in CAD kind of some shop talk tips that I have. So to start this off, I want to let you guys know how I create the 3D PCBs, right? So I use Eagle. This is what Lamar uses. She uses Eagle CAD from Autodesk. And this is the design that I pulled from Lamar's private GitHub. And one of the things that was challenging about this one is it has some very peculiar kind of shapes for creating the slots. So I wasn't able to kind of create a good 3D model out of this because I can't quite pull a good outline. So they're not translating correctly. So shout out to Katney, who made another version of this without the panelization and made it so it's a little bit more easy to play with. So when you go to the Learn Guide that's in the work right now, we'll have a better, a much more easier Eagle, a board file that you can play with. But having said that, this is Eagle version, was it 9? Sorry, Eagle version 9.3. Right, this is sort of like a couple versions back, but I really like this version because it has an ability to send the file, the board, and automatically generate it as a 3D model in Fusion 360. You can do that in the latest version of Eagle, but it doesn't allow you to manually change the component type. So let's say the NeoPixel, you would have to link it to your library and create a managed library. And I've tried doing that, but it kind of goes outside of my workflow. So I really like just manually changing and mapping components. So that's why I really like using version 9.3. So having said that, I was like, how do I get access to version 9.3? Well, there's a link. It's sort of a backdoor link. Don't let them know I told you about this.
I'm sure they're aware.
I'm sure they're aware of it. But this link here, eagle.autodesk.com/eagle/software versions, they have all the way back to version 6.6. So you can download the original, Eagle way back when. I'm glad that Autodesk has this. You could Google search it. It's not a big deal. So version 9.3 is what I'm working on. You can click on View Files, and here are the direct downloads to the Windows, the Mac 64-bit, and even Linux. So if you want that version of Eagle that I really like and enjoy, you can grab it. And I only know about this because I got a new iMac, an M1 iMac, and hey, it installed and runs really good, really fast, and it's all good. So that is just a little tip here. Let me go ahead and throw that in the Discord chat in case folks want to use Eagle 9.3 and in conjunction with Fusion 360. So with that, let me go into Fusion 360 and show you the 3D model of the ortho thing. So here's what it looks like. It doesn't have the kind of tabs that you're supposed to snap off, so this is one thing you want to be aware of. But when it comes to mapping the components, I ran into an issue because of the way it was it's tiled in Eagle. I'm only able to link one component, so I reworked kind of how I'm doing it, and I made it so that it's more like one key, and then I use patterns to create the arrangement. So here's what I'm talking about. Let me just hide. Ooh, I can't select anything. What happened? Some weird oddities with Fusion right now, but bear with me here. So here is my Neo keys. I started with one because I was able to populate this one with the capacitor, the diode, the resistor, and the Kailh switch. So that's one, and then I used pattern to make it a 5x6 to create that arrangement there. And you'll notice that there is some gaps in between them. That is actually supposed to be like that. And the main thing you want to know about these is that they are 19 millimeters apart. So if I go into the pattern, you can see that 19 millimeters is the spacing between the columns and the rows. So they're perfectly matched like that. And if you look, the corners, they have that little bit of a curve. When they're combined in a 4x4, you get an M3 mounting hole. So that's what's cool about it. And you want to be aware of, you know, the orientation of it, because right now this is the top, and no, this is the bottom. So I have it correct. I thought it was incorrect for a second. So that's how I have my 5x6 set up, because I want them to have all the populated bits. And for whatever reason, I couldn't get a good silkscreen, like it covers some of the holes. So if I come in here to the 3D PCB and open the board, I can hide the silkscreen. You see it just shows right through. So that's like that. And you can see here that it actually does have those slots, those little vias here in between those three traces there, those three pinouts. So you won't get that, but I think it's fine the way I have it, because then this way I can come back in here if I ever need to, and let's say I want a 4x4, I just update these and say I want my 4x4, because I'm thinking I actually want to do a 4x4, and then my design could adapt if I set it up that way. But that's the way I'm thinking that it should be, is just have a one key, a 1x1, and then y'all will you know, make it. But I'll probably have both PCBs available. This is a really tricky one because of all the tiling was quite a bit. I'm sure for Lamar it was kind of a challenge to figure out, because like if you look, there's actually two types of tiles. There's one that goes across, and then the other one goes like the opposite way. So it was a bit of a challenge, I think, to route it. But she got it going pretty good, and I don't want to snap it just yet. I want to get that on video of me snapping this piece off. But yeah, what else do I have here? Oh, the feet. They're just little feet modeled, right? I'll throw up the plate on Thingiverse or something later.
Yeah.
But that's all I got there for the ortho, the 5x6 ortho thing. And
super cool.
Eagle 9.3. Got it installed and works fine. Cool. End of segment.
I'm posting up the CAD, the Adafruit CAD parts on GitHub.
Thank you so much.
Those are posted
that's
there.
The next thing I have then. So the Adafruit CAD parts is a great way to get started with modeling something, a prop. So that's what we got going on here. So the next project that I'm working on is a collab project with Phil B, Paint Your Dragon. This is going to be a very obscure prop from the Star Trek animated series. And what I was able to do is just pull out some of the components that we want to use. This is going to be the handle for this ray gun. And in the handle, I needed to see what parts fit inside. And so the 3D parts that we have, I was able to bring them in and arrange them in a way where I could start figuring out what's the right sizes and dimensions for this handle. So for folks that are just getting started, definitely download some 3D models of things that you want to be in your project. In this case, it's the Prop Maker Featherwing with one of the feather boards, a 22 milliamp battery, and one of these cool slide pot switches. So I have models of those. Folks can grab those from our GitHub repo, throw them into your CAD app, and start working with them. So here I just have 3 sketches, and I have some user parameters set up so I can adjust the height of the handle and also the diameter. So I'm just trying to figure out, what is the best placement for everything with accommodated wires. And because the feather boards have all the connectors and things on there, I have a really good one-to-one representation of clearances. Am I going to have the right clearances? Am I going to run into some wires here? So that's how I start my props. I get my parts in and start figuring out. Like, you could do this in real, but like when you're in CAD, you can I don't know, do it.
You can
better.
what is it? Inspect. You can do the slice.
Right, you can really see is my connector in there. Yeah, so that's the thing I'm working on. It's a collab project again with Phil B, and it'll be quite obscure. Yeah, so that's my promotion for the GitHub repo that we have here. The page just added many links to it. Yeah, we also have fritzing for our wiring diagrams.
Learn guide, system guides, the CAD parts.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be sure to update the 5x6 ortho here as soon as I get that out. But yeah, cool. All right. Is that all the stuff?
I think so. Let's go ahead and jump into Community Makes. We have 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
This week, the finale of...
last week was Lady Loki. This week, Gator Loki.
Yeah, so Lamar saw this being posted all over Twitter and was like, I want me a Gator Loki.
Yeah,
he floats.
He does.
How freaking cool.
Here he is floating.
I think this is just a mashup of one of the Alligator STLs that are like floating around.
Okay.
With the addition of some
his
Loki
supports
horns.
fell off. He's so mischievous.
Oh, it's the support materials.
Yeah, his supports fell off. He don't need no supports.
Well, after they were already printed, like yeah.
They look great though.
Yeah, the supports held on until the horn was done printing.
This green PLA is quite interesting. It's not a shade of green I've seen before.
It's darks. They just call it dark, translucent.
It's a very cool PLA.
Found out Amazon.
Yeah, Pedro painted the horns with acrylic paint. So if you're wondering if it's a dual extruded, no, it's not. I thought it was because he did such a good job painting it.
One of the things that I am super impressed with having so much support material on the inside of his mouth is that his teeth all printed out.
Huh. Here, get really close.
Yeah, because look at his teeth. They're all there.
Even closer. There you go.
Rawr.
They're just dribbles.
Right?
That's the lowest resolution.
I know.
Make. Oh, you even painted his eyes. You gave him little
pupils.
Yeah. Oh. Frightening.
So nice little floaty, as you saw there. You probably want to add like drill a hole for having a drain, since water was able to get in.
That's
on the
right.
inside.
Yeah, I had to rinse him out.
And let him dry.
Let him dry out. Yeah, I shook it a bunch.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope he doesn't break.
The support materials on the bottom, as you can see here, those come out pretty good with the same settings we were talking about earlier.
Nice.
And yeah, just nice little, I think it would be a cool case for having, what is that, IoT pool temperature logger. It'd be cool to have this as a case.
That would be pretty cool.
They make it big enough where you can fit the components inside there.
Cool. So this is a free STL on Thingiverse.
Yeah.
Here is the website. It's got some weird, it's not loading.
The thumbnail's not loading.
Right, but you can see that people have made it. There's some makes here, and there's some comments, and the Thingiverse files here. You can download that. Mm-hmm. And that's where we got it. So shout out to Thingiverse user KRLOZ Waffle 666. Great job.
Very nice.
Yeah, it could be a kit, like you said, a kit bashed thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. All right, so if you want to print your Gator Loki,
hold you over until what's next? I think Hawkeye is next end of the year. I'm sure he'll make an appearance there somewhere. Cool. Gator Loki.
All right, cool. We got some more community makes.
I'm sure it'll be the top Halloween costume for any pet or animal.
Yeah. Just folks wearing Crocs with little 3D printed horns on it. All right, we get another community make here. This is from John Gallifer. Hello, John.
Oh, this is super cool.
Super cool. He made a really great improvement to the Infinity Cube with NeoPixel LEDs and CircuitPython. So John 3D printed the frame, cut out the mirrored acrylic, laid out the LEDs in super really nice, like they are really nicely laid out. That is fantastic, John. You did a really, really good job. It looks better than mine for sure. And John also made it Bluetooth enabled, so you can control it with the Adafruit Bluefruit app, which is super cool. So I'm going to be updating my Infinity Cube with it, and I pulled it out of the project bin behind us, and I was actually playing with it, and I was interested to see that it's running. My version is running CircuitPython 5 Beta 3 with a very early version of the LED animation library by Kattni and Crayola. So Roy Crayola. So very, very cool to see that this got a really nice update for Bluetooth control. So I will be playing with that. Thanks, John, for sharing that with us. And fantastic job on making it. It's one of those projects that can have an infinite amount of issues. Because I know
the construction of it, and then
it's quite an achievement.
That we have to bend the LED strip.
I can't stop looking.
Super mesmerizing.
It is. It's so good. All right. We got one from Stuart. on Twitter. This is actually a 3D printed design that John Park, he put this up on Thingiverse. It's for the MacroPad, and I noticed Stuart made 2 of them. It looks great. He made it 2 different colors.
I like the yellow one.
Yeah, so you can check this out. It's on Thingiverse, the Adafruit's Thingiverse. You can check it out. You also put the link here to it.
Nice.
But I just wanted to share Stuart's because he that's super fast to print. Like, whoa, nice make.
Very nice.
Very, very cool. So lots of MacroPad designs are going to be out there when you all get yours. Very cool. And that's this week's Community Makes. If y'all would like to share, you can tag us in any of the social channels or Discord. So there we go. I'm trying to manage my tabs here. Where is Discord? There you go.
Some cool questions posted in the Discord. Avro was asking about the filler that we use for 3D printed parts. I posted a link to the Rust-Oleum gray automotive filler that we used on the Daft Punk helmets.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that was, I saw all the people using that. And I think it was like next day delivery on Amazon, so I picked it up and it worked pretty good.
Sweet.
For the helmet. Right. Oh, it's over there.
Well, later tonight, folks, I think we're still doing show and tell at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But instead of Ask Engineer, I feel like there might be some more.
If not, it'll be next week.
Right.
If we get that wrong.
Yeah. But there might be some sort of unboxing going on. Stay tuned. It could be a surprise. But I was going to say, is there a coupon code? Maybe.
There might be.
Yeah. We don't know. Sorry. So I think show and tell for sure, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you have some projects you'd like to share with Lamar and Phil or folks in the community, definitely stop by. It doesn't have to be electronics. It can be arts and crafts too. And it doesn't have to be a finished project. And it doesn't have to have any Adafruit parts. We like retro stuff.
Work in progress stuff is always cool.
Yeah, we like maker spaces as well. So if you're setting up your new shop and you are, setting up your new shop, we want to see it. We want to see all your fun stuff and maybe any tips and stuff on organizing or that sort of thing. So, cool. All right. And then tomorrow is Thursday, JP's workshop, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Friday, we got a deep dive with Scott, all things CircuitPython. Sundays are Lamar's From the Desk of Lady Ada with the great search from DigiKey, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. JP's on Tuesdays, part pick of the week. The CircuitPython meeting is on Mondays. And you could always check the Discord server by hitting the code. What is it? Like question mark showtime?
Yeah.
You could get the hours there. And then Hack Chat at 3 p.m. That's in 3 hours. So we got to get out of here. So we appreciate it.
Someone's corrected us. It's someone's email says the 28th for unboxing.
Okay, cool. So Ask an Engineer is tonight then, I think. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm glad. All right. Anything else, Vidya?
I think that's it. Thank you all for watching. We'll post. We'll keep reading the comments in the post. There's a really cool one on this new slicer called Super Slicer.
Oh,
want to check that out?
A new slicer
has entered
the arena. Okay, super. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. But until then, don't forget to make a great day.
See you later.
Bye, folks.